Hello, America. Welcome back to Sons of Liberty 1773. This is indeed where men and women from around the world gather in defense of liberty. I am your host, Bill Bailey, who will be channeling the patriotism of America's founding fathers. Today is September 13th, 2023, year of our Lord. Sam Adams said, I believe this was in a letter to James Warren in 1780, "If ever a time should come when vain and aspiring men shall possess the highest seats of government, our country will stand in need of its experienced patriots to prevent its ruin." We're there, my friends. 9/11. See where Joey was, Joe Biden? It's up in Alaska because he knew he'd get booed if he showed up at the 9/11 memorial. Kamala was there, and she was cackling. She was such an embarrassment that Mayor Giuliani had to leave. Disgraced the country. Evil woman. But what does Joe do on 9/11? Think of this for a second. He does a prisoner swap. 5 Americans for 5 Iranians, okay? Normally that's the end of it. It's an equal swap. But then he releases $6 billion of frozen Iranian assets. You know, he keeps telegraphing around the world, if you want money from America, kidnap their citizens. But on 9/11, he makes this deal. Is that a big FU to America? To those families, 3,000 families that lost their friends and loved ones? Unconscionable. And McCarthy had to get pushed by Matt Gaetz into starting the impeachment. Tomorrow they're going to have a press conference on where it's going. Just, you know, the state of America, folks, it's absolutely frightening. I'm kind of all over the board. I got my notes here. Ron DeSantis, who should have just stayed governor, waited his turn, but he got bought by the Koch brothers and others, right? And they probably convinced him Trump won't be on the ballot, and, you know, you'll be the next man running. We're going to get you in office, whatever. He should have been smarter than that. But he was asked if he would make a preemptive strike on North Korea, nuclear nation. He said yes, and he gave a reason. You know, if it was warranted, I guess that's fair enough. But the way he, giddy, of course, just doesn't make a lot of sense. The Democrats are in panic. They know Joey's days are numbered. He's not cognitive. He's a walking corpse. He's, like what he just did on 9/11. They know he's not going to beat Trump. So the Washington Post, the state media now is turning on him. Washington Post worries Biden can't beat Trump. Says he should not run for re-election, and I think he should just. I think he should be in prison. I think that's what should happen to him. IRS, they got the funding. They already got the funding, folks, for the 75,000 extra IRS agents. In the AR-15s, armed 75,000 IRS agents. I know the House passed a bill to defund them. Well, you can't defund them when they've already got the funding, and the Senate would have had to go along with that, and they're not going to. So the IRS is now using artificial intelligence to look for new people they can go crack down on, right, for tax enforcement. And of course, when you combine that AI with the 75,000 armed IRS agents, it all starts making sense, doesn't it? The Biden spending orgy leads to massive inflation, higher interest rates, new mortgage demand, new mortgages falls to a level not seen since 1996. CBI index, It's an inflation index. Rose 5% in August over July, over 30 days. interest rate, or the core inflation went up 5%. It's a big hit, folks. I think at that rate, that means everything doubles in cost in 9 years. Just to give it a little perspective, okay? Biden, you remember the huge omnibus bill or whatever it was they passed that it won't raise the deficit, right? Last year, deficit doubled from 1 trillion to 2 trillion. Annual deficit in 12 months. They're on a mission to destroy this economy in every way imaginable. Destroy the energy sector. They're sending all of our weapons and ammunition to Ukraine, and we're not replenishing it. Any way he can kick America in the gut and make us weaker, Biden and his Marxist communist, I think, cohorts are doing to this country. 2 tiers of justice. Actually, one other thing on the economy while this is on my mind. Democrats they tax, they find an item to tax and they tax it until they can't tax it anymore. And they're always looking for new revenue, okay? You know where the revenue of America is? Basically, $29 trillion in equity of American homeowners' property. People that have worked their whole life to pay their house off, they see that as a good, juicy income apparatus, if you will, that they're figuring out how to get. And I suspect if these people are left in power, they will say, well, you're debt-free and you own everything, including your home. You need to pay a wealth tax. And they'll tax you on what you have. Just a little sidebar there. That's my opinion. 2 tiers of justice. Okay? A BLM gunman, I think this was in Colorado, who shot a driver in the head. Bam! Okay? Point blank. Had his charges dropped. They dropped his charges, reduced his sentence, and he'll most likely be out before 2026. On the other hand, that's if you hate America. This is how this is what they're doing to people that actually burn buildings, burn police cars, murder, rape, whatever. If they're on the left, right? If they're on the political left, they like get away with it. I mean, they're BLM and Antifa marching across this country, burning one city after the next, are being rewarded with millions and millions of dollars. On the other hand, someone like Owen Schroyer from InfoWars, right? I really like him. Great guy. Truly a patriot. Never went in the Capitol building. They just, this clown court in this communist court system, judicial system in Washington, D.C., that if you're MAGA, you need to go to prison, are giving him 2 months in prison for doing nothing wrong, folks. He's an American exercising his First Amendment rights. It's disgusting, isn't it? The war in Ukraine is raging. We keep supplying them with ammos, Abrams tanks, the F-16s are coming. Biden says he's sending them long-range missile batteries. Just isn't good, folks. Fire engulfed shipyard hit by Ukrainian missiles in Russia annexed Crimea. Massive explosions. A nuclear Russian submarine, my understanding, was damaged. Putin, I think he's been kind of patient. And I do not like Putin, right? He's an old Soviet KGB guy. But Putin accuses UK, and I believe this story, by the way. Putin accuses UK of training sabotage groups to do what? To target and destroy nuclear power plants in Russia. So basically create probably a Chernobyl type event. Putin's, Russia's nuclear missile strategy, if you will, is, I'm trying to think of the right word, but they won't use them unless the motherland is attacked. And if you create radiological wastelands in parts of Russia, I think that's a reason to trigger the nukes. They seem hell-bent on wanting World War III, with nuclear world war, this regime. And it's not, it's not just Biden, it's other globalists. What else I got here? North Korean warlord, the little corpulent Kim Jong-un, took train to Russia to meet with Putin. They have met. Says him and his country stand with Russia's right to defend itself. So you can see the alliances forming, okay? The axis of evil. It's going to be, I'm just going to say Iran, Turkey, North Korea, Russia, China, and others. Pretty formidable force when you put them all together against us. We would have our hands full with China. I think better keep prepping, folks. Hope you're prepping. What else do I have here? Putin. Putin. Look, everybody gets what's going on here in America. Putin, who, from the Soviet empire, old KGB guy, right? Who was, murdered and imprisoned their political opponents, knows what political persecution looks like. And Putin says, charges against Trump are nothing more than political persecution. I think he's right on the money there. So that's kind of it. That's all I got for today. Keep prepping, folks. It's gonna get much, much worse. We're heading for winter. Count your blessings every day. The lights are on, and there's groceries at the grocery stores. You better be stockpiling stuff. If not, you can't say you weren't warned, okay? Then it's on you. But I think we're seeing the storm of humanity come upon us, and we can see like that big black ominous Katrina cloud coming at New Orleans. And we've been warned the storm is coming. Now we can see the storm off the shore. And you have time right now. This time right now is a blessing if you use it properly. So do everything you can to prepare. Pray is a big one, okay? Psalms 33:12, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. He will hear our voices if enough of us turn to God. And if God is with us, who can stand against us? Did you see Mike Lindell, by the way, in his deposition? And the attorney says, well, how many complaints do you get? Something to this effect, I'm paraphrasing. How many complaints do you get against your lumpy pillows? And he just lit right up, man. He hit a nerve. And he goes, my pillows are not lumpy. You clearly do not own a My Pillow. And he said, you're an asshole. You're an asshole for saying that. And he must have called him an asshole 4 times. And then I think this this left-wing trial attorney said, why'd you call me an ambulance chaser? Because you are one. You are an ambulance chaser. Something like that. But it was some good, Mike was really feisty. I like that side of Mike. If you had any doubts he's a fighter, that's a good clip to watch. By the way, MyPillow.com is having a massive sale right now on everything. And you will get the great discounts with promo code SOL1773 at MyPillow.com. SOL1773 at MyPillow.com. I always have my affiliate link for this channel at My Patriot Supply in the description of every one of the videos I post. Just go to that link, and whatever you buy, the kickback. They don't have a promo code, but they kick back a little money to anybody that has an affiliate link. So it helps keep the lights on. But before I buy preps at My Patriot or something, like the long-term 25-year shelf life food, because it's expensive no matter where you buy it, I would just stock your pantry full of canned goods. White rice, beans, buy a water filtration system. Alexa Pure, I'm trying to think, there's different ones. We have a Berkey. But you can get those at My Patriot Supply. But you best be prepping, folks, because it's about to get real. All right? Keep prepping, keep praying. Love you all. See you in the next video.